Hey guys, welcome to Kahlua Mufflers. Today we are going to do a DPF back system on the 200 series. Jeez, I nearly didn't get that out. It's going to be a twin 3-inch into a single 3.5-inch 409 stainless steel system. Pretty cool on these trucks. Let's go have a play. Well, alright, here we go. 200 series, DPF back. Today we'll be fitting up the production system. This is no longer something we just make on the car. We can now have it something as we can either fit on your car when you come in with about a half an hour wait, or we can send this product out to you and you can fit it at home. This truck's brand new and looks really cool. So, this is your stock exhaust. You've got a large cat converter off the back of the turbo, followed up by a DPF. So getting any sound out of these cars is difficult. They are very heavily restricted to meet emission standards. Comes out, this is our join up here. And we've got another join point over here. And it's from here we're going to go DPF back with our exhaust. It will be a twin 3-inch system into a single 3.5. It'll have no muffler in the middle. It'll be an over-the-diff tailpipe in the same fashion, and it will have no muffler in the tailpipe either. So we're looking for some sound out of this thing. Simply just release the spring-loaded bolts on the ball flange here. That's these fellows, they're a 14. And then we're just going to come over this side here. Undo this flange. You can start down. Is deceiving. This looks like you undo this nut and you can release this clamp. That's not the case. This is actually spot welded to this piece of the bracket over here, and there's a 12mm. It's actually, that's a bolt and that's a fixed nut. There's actually a bolt on the top that is a 12mm, and you get it from the top side. What we're going to do is just back it off a little bit and we'll swing it down, and that way we can easily undo it. It's very deceiving. Don't go throwing your spanner on here or your socket on here and try and undo it. You go, geez, this is tight. It's actually welded, so you ain't going to come from that point. Right, now that I've undone that a fair bit, I can get it down here where it's easy to work. Oh, if I can stay on it and film, geez, multitasking today. This is a lot easier than trying to get it up over the top side. I'll undo this fellow, we'll knock this tailpipe out, we'll take out our midsection, and then we get to the good part. We can start loading up some of our new bits and pieces. That's that fellow out of the way. Like I say, that is stuck there. Don't make the mistake of trying to undo him. He is not coming off. This is now, it'll just slip apart. There's a small gasket, like a ring gasket inside there. We'll leave that there for now. Next up is going to be our hangers. This is what's actually hanging the exhaust system underneath the car. Any sort of lubricant is going to be a big help here, so we're using some Shift Your Bastard. There you go, get you some of that. Bit of spray on there, just go around and spray them all up quickly. And then you can just use a pry bar and pry these rubbers off, or a large screwdriver, or really whatever you've got around that is going to help you, because they can be tight. With the mid out, tailpipe's quite easy. All it is two hangers. We've got one back here, and this fellow up in here. And then with the back of the hoist, and it's going to be a little bit harder for you guys on the ground, with the back of the hoist, we'll just get it to curl out the back here. If you are doing this on the ground, throw a jack on the side of the truck and just pick up the side of it from underneath the chassis over there somewhere, just to open up this gap between the panhard rod and the top of your chassis up in there. That'll let it out. In some cases you may have to remove your spare tyre. I'm not going to have any hassles today. This truck's running a couple inches of lift, so this one will come out with ease. Alright guys, so when you get your box, whether you come in here and pick it up or we send it on out to you, this is how it comes. Get the lid off out of the way, we don't need that no more. I'm very sorry, it's going to come with a whole lot of this stuff. It is messy, it's going to fill up your bin, but it allows us to get the exhaust to you in nice, unscratched conditions. Without dents, pure company controlled across the paddock, it's still going to be good. So there's our mid piece. It's going to come with your nuts and bolts and your gaskets, everything you need to put it together. So I'm going to dig through all this and get our parts out and start laying them up on the truck. Alright, first piece to go in is this little fellow here. Very simple. It goes back up on here. We're going to reuse this gasket, there's no need to replace it. On the new vehicles, if you have an older vehicle, we'll supply you a new gasket and that'll be totally fine too. So it goes up in here and back onto these hangers. Everything goes back to factory locations, nothing gets altered in that fashion. Oh yeah, they're tight, they're nice new rubbers. Now, this ball flange is exactly the same as what came off, so it's going to go exactly back to this position here. it simply goes up and in. Oh, I hit it. Yep, that's it there. In that position there, we'll gasket this up, continue making up our exhaust system as we go. Alright, now with this piece in, put some anti-seize on our studs, and I've just started the nuts on there. It's kind of a crucial little piece, it has to come together in a certain sequence, so I'll run you through that real fast. Tim over here is loading up some gaskets with some silicone for me. We've got a gasket in here, and we've got that ball flange spring-loaded bolt arrangement going on here. This fellow needs to go in and be firmed up, not fully tightened yet. Then we can tighten down that guy over there, then we can tighten all this down, and that's going to position this little fellow without it pulling in any which way, and we can't get that piece back in, because that would be very undesirable. You can also put this pipe bolted to this flange here on the ground and put the whole thing up as a unit. That will also work as well. I like this way because it hangs it up there. I can easily swing that piece in, and then I can start building the exhaust from there onwards. Whichever way works for you, well, that works for you, that's not a problem. Well, Tim was doing nothing and came over and gave me a hand. I don't know if he's being helpful, I just thought I was going way too slow. This piece here can be interchanged with a muffler if you don't want to hear the exhaust at all, even though DPF vehicles are very quiet, so I'll leave that up to you guys to think about your own personal way you feel about that. Anyways, moving right along, going up over the diff. Like I said, it's a 3.5 inch system at the back. Tim's just fitting up that gasket now. It's in two pieces, so as much as you may struggle to get your old tailpipe out, you won't struggle to put ours back in, because it's nice and neat over the diff there. And then out the back in 3.5 inch, this is actually just an extended piece, it just helps them sound a little bit better. And there's our KM tag, because that is us and we are awesome and we make some fun stuff. Oh, rightio, it's been a long time on my hands in the air, I'm glad Tim took over. We'll finish this up and get it down and give you a listen to it. Alright guys, thank you so much for watching. This system is available right now through the shop. It will be available online soon. So if you're chasing one, you like the way it sounds, you like the setup of it, give us a call. We'll help you out. Thank you.